11. Yetunde, the oldest sister of Serena, was shot dead on September 14, 2003. Serena is the youngest of 5 sisters. The terrible and unexpected gunshot death of Serena's sister Yetunde on September 14, 2003 was the most upsetting event in her journey so far. Serena was confronted with depression due to this traumatic experience, swiftly followed by injuries that kept her from playing, which resulted in a career-low year in 2005. Eventually, Serena overcame her depression. Number 10. Serena's 4 sisters slept in the same little bedroom with only 2 beds. Serena won the US Open in 1999 when she was just 17 years old. Growing up, Serena had 2 beds and shared a single room with her 4 sisters, which meant she rotated each night which sibling she would sleep with. Serena felt lucky and thankful that she had an equal opportunity to connect with each of them. In contrast, any youngster may easily build a negative, complicated self-image around such a dynamic. After the 2 sisters fled the nest, Serena continued to crawl into bed with Venus. There isn't much tennis conversation between Serena Williams and her sister. The Williams sisters have many other topics to discuss in their everyday lives, even though they grew up playing together and have now gone on to become 2 of the most accomplished athletes in the history of the sport. Number 9. Serena keeps a journal, which she refers to as her matchbook. Williams became a trained nail technician in early 2010 to prepare for her upcoming nail line with hair tech. Even today, Serena still travels with a journal she calls her matchbook. She utilizes it as a creative outlet, writing down reminders, proverbs, affirmations, and words of inspiration that she may refer to for inspiration when she needs it. Serena continued to utilize several strategies to maintain her balance, sense of security, and concentration on the task at hand. Number 8. After giving birth to her daughter Olympia, Serena came close to death. The birth of Serena's first child, Alexis Olympia Harnian Jr. on September 1, 2017, brought an unexpected but happy change in her life. Her first pregnancy was easy, but soon after giving birth, she developed difficulties that caused her to become critically unwell. Doctors found a hematoma in her abdomen and diagnosed her with blood clots in her lungs. Although she had a treatable condition, she still had a high risk of blood clots in the future. She was fighting for her life, and unbelievably, Serena battled back and was prepared to compete in Wimbledon Centre Court just 10 months later. Number 7. She's a published author. For 6 years, Serena was ranked first in the entire world. Williams published her autobiography in 2009 and made it available for sale. The book, My Life, Queen of the Court, is about her personal life and tennis career. Along with her sister, Williams co-wrote a book titled Venus and Serena, Serving from the Hip. She's also working on a picture book for children called The Adventures of Kai Kai, which will be released in September 2022. Kai Kai is a popular animated figure and motivational speaker created by Serena and Invisible Universe in 2019. Number 6. Causes and charities. She founded her charity, the Serena Williams Foundation, and has been an international goodwill ambassador for UNICEF, the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, since 2011. The Build African Schools, Common Ground, Elton John AIDS, Eva Longoria, Global Girls, Great Ormond Street Hospital, and numerous more organizations are supported by her foundation. As a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, Serena was the driving force behind the UNICEF Schools for Asia initiative. She's supported as many as 29 causes and 13 organizations. The 26 million marginalized children in Asia served by this initiative have access to educational resources and new opportunities. Number 5. She has her own clothing line. She began playing tennis at a young age, and since balancing practicing and school was never easy, her parents decided to homeschool her and Venus. She created her clothing line called Anares, which is her name spelled backwards. A new women's clothing line by Serena was introduced in May 2018. Her goal was to design a range of clothes that would inspire confidence and strengthen its user while maintaining a feminine charm. As she attempts to establish her mark in the extremely competitive design and fashion world, Serena continues to show off her excellent sense of branding and commercial expertise. Number 4. Serena was 5 years old when she first held a tennis racket. A Grand Slam term is named in Serena's honor. When Serena was just 5 years old, her father made sure she had a tennis racket in her hands. Inspired by Virginio Ruzzicchi's performance at the 1978 French Open, he was confident he would raise a tennis champion. 3 years later, Serena became the proud owner of an enormous tennis racket that served as a metaphor for how powerful and capable she would grow to be. Number 3. Serena's overall net worth is $170 million. When Serena and her sister Venus invested in the Miami Dolphins as minority shareholders in 2009, they made history as the first African-American women to hold stock in a major NFL team. Serena Williams is one of the wealthiest professional female athletes in history, with a net worth of over $170 million. The 23 Grand Slam victories, 10 Wimbledon victories, and becoming the oldest player ever to reach number 1 are just a few of the highlights. Outside of her contract with Nike, her endorsement deals have a combined value of almost $15 million over the past year. Because she overcame racial, social, and economic barriers to get to where she is now, Serena is admired by poor children and African-American women. Number 2. Doubles perfection. Serena's coach believed she was simply average when he first watched her play. Her doubles don't get discussed enough. Serena won all of her Grand Slam doubles finals with Venus, going 14-0, and she also won all 3 of her Olympic doubles finals. It's most likely impossible to beat either record. They lost just 12 games altogether in the 3 finals, showing how thoroughly dominant they were at the Olympics. The Williams sisters also captured 8 more WTA Tour crowns, while losing only 1 final, owing to their powerful serves and ferocious serve returns. At the US Open and Wimbledon in 1998, Serena and Max Mirnyi won the mixed doubles competition. Number 1. Serena spent $6.7 million on a brand new house in Beverly Hills. Serena provided the voice of Higglytown heroes on the Playhouse Disney show and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Serena Williams spent $6.7 million on a brand new home in Beverly Hills, which she purchased shortly after selling her Bel Air residence. The rule Serena has always followed has been to keep her personal and professional lives separate, and she would continue to do so at her new residence. The tennis court is perhaps the only item lacking, with 5 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. In addition to a wine cellar and a chef's kitchen, the house has a game area, yoga studio, and a massage room. A few fireplaces can also be found around the house. Serena Williams is simply one of the greatest tennis players. There are more Serena Williams facts worth knowing. You may know that she has 308 Grand Slam titles and 4 Olympic gold medals. But as fantastic as Serena is as a mother and a tennis player, she's also an incredible all-around human. With this, we've come to an end. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell for more upcoming videos.